Good morning, students. Welcome to the class on pericyclic reactions. We were discussing about 3+2 cycloadditions or 1,3 dipolar cycloadditions. What are 3+2 cycloadditions? 3+2 cycloadditions are reactions between a 3-membered system and a 2-membered system. Probably we will have charges and multiple bonds between them. So something like this. When we heat these two, they will undergo cyclization, like negative charge will polarize, then double bond will polarize, then again double bond will polarize, so that we are generating a 5-membered cycle. Though these are also called as 1,3 dipolar cyclizations, but they are very much known as 3+2 cycloadditions because the two reacting systems are, one is 3-atom system, another one is 2-atom system. Like in the case of Diels-Alder reactions, how we differentiate a 4-membered system and 2-membered system as diene and dienophile. In this case also, the 3-membered system is known as 1,3 dipole because it is having two ionic charges. It is called 1,3 dipole, whereas the 2-membered system, it is called as dipolarophile. There was a small correction in yesterday's class. Please change these headings. Okay. So the 2-atom system are normally alkene. Alkene in 3+2 cycloadditions is called as dipolarophile, whereas a 3-membered system in 1,3 is known as 1,3 dipole. So a 3+2 cycloaddition is essentially a cyclization between a 1,3 dipole and dipolarophile. We were discussing about the 3+2 cycloadditions with nitrile oxides, nitrons. Now we will see 3+2 cycloadditions with diazomethane. 3+2 cycloadditions with diazomethane. What is diazomethane? Diazo, if you have two nitrogens, then it is called an azo system, diazo system. If it is single nitrogen, it is azo. Because two nitrogens, it is a diazo. And if you have a methyl group here, it is called methane. So this system where this 4 bonded nitrogen is positively charged, nitrogen having 2 bonds is negatively charged. It is called a diazomethane, or simply what we can write CH2N2. Diazomethane, because of these charges, will act as a 1,3 dipole. Will act as a 1,3 dipole. So it involves in 3+2 cycloadditions with an alkene. For example, if we treat diazomethane with vinyl methyl ether under thermal conditions, yeah, we can also write the charges here because it is a releasing group. So the end carbon, this carbon will have negative charge, this carbon will have positive charge. So yeah, I have written properly. Now this negative charge can be polarized. Yeah, we will start here. This negative charge can be polarized to form a nitrogen carbon bond. then this negative charge will be polarized to form a carbon-carbon bond, because nitrogen is having positive charge, so this can be polarized towards nitrogen. So what we get is this 5-membered cyclic system. Now I will give you some problems on diazomethane 3+2 cycloadditions. You write the products. This is azide. It's not diazomethane, it is azide, but still it is similar. So you can attempt this product. In the next example, we see azomethane halides. Azomethane halides. When we have negative charge on carbon and positive charge on nitrogen. So these are examples for azomethane halides. Right. So this dipole 1,3 dipole will react with a dipolar under thermal conditions to give a 5-membered ring. So like this, the polarization will take place like this. So it gives a 5-membered ring. These azomethane halides can be easily prepared from amino acids and a carbonyl. Yeah, I'll show you how. When a carbonyl is there and when we add an amine, it undergoes condensation to form an imine. If the amine is a secondary amine, that means if the amine is having two alkyl groups, then a positive charge will be generated. So this part is generated. Then if the amine is part of amino acid, if amine is part of an amino acid, then we also have a carboxylic acid. Better I'll write like this. So this carboxylic acid, either upon heating or a base from the reaction mixture, will easily undergo decarboxylation. Say for example, if this base is picking up this proton, then oxygen hydrogen bonding electrons. I'm sorry, I have written an extra bond, right? I'm sorry, I have written an extra bond. Okay. So these oxygen hydrogen bonding electrons are can be polarized towards carbonyl carbon so that it generates a carbon carbon double bond. Of course, this double bond is easy to break, then again it will regenerate. So this carbonyl and next carbon bond will break down. So what is the product here? The product here is essentially an azomethane halide. So this is the azomethane halide. Of course, what we will have here, it will be decarboxylation. So this is azomethane halide. So this is how we will generate. Okay, right. When we use this azomethane halide and a dipolar, what is the product? So you just write the product, and because it is a Z alkene, it should be a cis compound. So it is a fused 6 and 5 membered rings. Now just look at this problem. How nicely a multi ring system was developed using this 3+2 cyclization. When we have a carbonyl, as I said earlier, for azomethane halide, what we need to have? We need to have an amino acid, right? An amino acid. So generally we used to have a benzyl substituent or any other alkyl. What we need is a secondary amine. So just take an alkylated, N-alkylated amino acid, add to a carbonyl, whether an aldehyde or ketone, it generates azomethane halide. First it generates an ammonium ion because it is a secondary amine. It generates an ammonium ion. That ammonium ion, yeah, one more carbon has to be there. That ammonium ion, so this is benzyl and this is carboxylic acid. So this ammonium ion, upon treatment with a base HMDS, hexamethyl disilazamide, I'll write the structure also. So upon treating with a base, what it will do? It will undergo decarboxylation. So it generates an azomethane halide. Because we have a dipolarophile in the same molecule itself, so it undergoes an intramolecular 3+2 cycloaddition. Sorry, I missed positive charge. So this is benzyl, this is negative charge. So it undergoes an intramolecular 3+2 cycloaddition to generate another 5-membered ring. Another 5-member. You write the product. What is HMDS? Hexamethyl disilazamide. So there are 2 silicon groups, silicon atoms, and each silicon is having 3 methyl groups. So altogether it is 6 hexamethyl disilazamide. So 2 silicons are there and it is a minus charge. Of course, generally we will have lithium ion as the counter ion. So incomplete, what we will write it is LiHMDS. So this is in base, it's not a nucleophile. Okay, here because of the presence of 2 bulky substituents on nitrogen, it purely acts as a base, but it never acts as a nucleophile. Azomethane halides can also be generated by a 3-membered heterocyclic system like this. It is called aziridine. When we heat this, it undergoes electrocyclic ring opening reaction. Of course, I haven't discussed them. We will discuss them. So it undergoes electrocyclic ring opening reaction. Yeah. So the lone pair on nitrogen will be polarized like this, so that this carbon-carbon bond will break down and there will be a formation of negative charge next alpha to the carbonyl. So we can polarize this lone pair towards this side or towards this side, but when we polarize in this direction, what we are generating is an azomethane halide, which is just stabilized by ester group. This is stabilized by ester group. So this azomethane halide can now undergo a 3+2 cycloaddition with an alkene. So you write the product. In the next examples, you can see a 4+3 cycloaddition. Not only 3+2, there are some variations in this class of examples. It is also possible to have a 4+3 cycloaddition like this. So there will be a bond formation like this. So because it is a positively charged carbon, this double bond will migrate towards the positive charge. Then this double bond will migrate like this. This double bond will migrate like this. So what we get is because of 4+3, it becomes a 7-membered ring. And we have a positive charge generated here because this double bond is polarized towards diene. So positive charge will be generated and there is a double bond. An example for this 4+3 cycloaddition can be given from this alpha comma alpha dibromocarbonyl. When this dibromocarbonyl is treated with zinc copper couple and it is heated, it generates this 3-membered system. Then it is treated with a 4-membered system. So obviously the reaction is from these 3 carbons and these two 1,4 carbons. So the product is we have 2 more methyl groups. Now when we look at this alpha comma alpha dibromo carbonyl, what zinc copper couple will do is, zinc of course it is an electropositive element, so it easily donates 2 electrons. So when it is donating 2 electrons, carbonyl carbon will take them. Yeah, it is a previous mechanism. So carbonyl carbon, which is to be positively charged, after getting 2 electrons, it becomes negatively charged. So when it polarizes towards a bromine, because bromide ion is a good leaving group, so it generates an enolate ion. Similarly, this zinc will also take out this bromine. So bromide will be leaving. So here we will get a positive charge. I'll write the intermediate here. Okay, so this is negatively charged. This must be positively charged. Zinc will donate 2 electrons, so it becomes negatively charged. When it is negatively charged, it can be polarized towards bromine because bromide is a good leaving group. So it will be leaving. Then it generates this enolate ion. Under the same conditions, this bromide ion will also be leaving. So it generates a carbocation here. So this is the intermediate which will undergo a 4+3 cycloaddition with this diene. So we generate a bicyclic system. So this is a 5-membered system, and if we add a 2-membered system, so this is dipole, this is dipolarophile, then there will be a bond formation between these two systems. So it is a 5+2 cycloaddition. Because it is a 5+2, it generates a 7-membered ring. Yeah, we will have a positive charge. We can polarize this like this. So we will have a positive charge generated here. So that means here. And this is not there. An example for this 5+2 cycloaddition can be provided by see, just look at these examples, how nice they are. And even they are not intermolecular, they are intramolecular. So the thought behind this is very nice, and the particular system is also developed, constructed very nicely, so that under acidic conditions it undergoes a 5+2 cycloaddition. So this is dipolarophile. Under acidic conditions it becomes a 5-membered system. So the bond formation will be between these two. I will explain the mechanism also, but first take the problem. Sorry. So this becomes OH, this becomes carbonyl, this carbonyl is also there. Now the bond is between these two carbons. Now I will explain how it is generated. Under acidic conditions, this carbonyl